Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Walk with Kelsey. I'm enjoying these, so I hope you guys are too. But today we are talking about questions. There is a lot of power in the questions that you ask yourself. And successful people get better results because they ask better questions. When you ask better questions, you get better answers. So let's start thinking about what are some of the questions that maybe you are repetitively asking yourself. Or I'll just say that I have definitely asked myself. So if you've ever come to a point where, what is wrong with me? Oh, why can't I figure this out? Oh, why can't I do this? Or why do I keep doing this? We have a lot of negative questions, and our brain really just serves to give us answers. And so if we're asking it bad questions, like what's wrong with me? And then it'll be like, oh, it's this. This is what's wrong with you. Oh, great. And it just reiterates this negativity. But what if you were to change the question? What if you were to say, how can I figure this out? What am I doing right? So I think about it with weight loss, right? Like, why can't I figure this out? Why am I always struggling with food? Why am I always struggling with exercise? Why can't I get these last 10 pounds? And just kind of hitting it up from there. Whereas instead, what if you were to ask, what does healthy feel like? What does healthy look like? How can I be more healthy? How can I have more energy? How can I eat more nutritiously, more wholesome foods? How can I move my body more? Who do I know that has the results I'm looking for? Who do I know that is at least 1, 2, 10 steps ahead and could possibly show me how to get where I want to go? I had this question recently for myself. In my business, I've been feeling kind of stuck. And I just kept banging my head against the wall, definition of insanity, basically just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And basically, we call it Entrepreneurial Groundhog Day, where you wake up and you're doing the same thing every day again and again and again, and feeling like you're getting nowhere. I mean, we do it with other things too, right? Like maybe your diet and exercise, and you're just like, I keep trying this same diet over and over again, and then I keep falling off every other weekend. Why do I keep thinking that this next diet or this next try is going to be the one? Right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again is insanity, because in no way are you going to get a different result. So instead of asking yourself the same question about why you're broken, why you suck, why you feel like you can't figure this out, why don't you ask a better question about who? Who do I know who has already figured this out? Who do I know? And for me, that means for any sort of change, I firmly believe we need 3 things. You need the 3 C's. Number 1, I feel pretty good about so far, community. I've got a community that I really love, that really supports me and my dreams, my family, that pushes me. Consistency, right? Community, consistency. If you want, excellence is not an act. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a perfect meal with all the vegetables. No, it's what you do day in and day out, right? You can't get fat from one bad meal, and you can't get fit and healthy from one good one. It's what you do daily. It's what you do on a regular basis. What are your habits? What do you do daily, consistently? So community, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they pulling you down or are they bringing you up? Consistency and a coach. And it's been a couple of months since I've had a coach. My one program kind of ended. And I had this like, I can figure it out. I can do it on my own. And no, you know what? No, I'm stuck. I'm feeling stuck. And while I can educate myself on all sorts of things, and I feel great with my health, and I've got different aspects of my life that feel really good. But business-wise, I'm feeling stuck and I'm running in a circle. And so instead of continuously asking myself, oh, how can I figure this out? How can I figure this out? What's wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out? Instead I'm asking who. And I'm getting a coach, and someone who is a couple steps ahead of me, who can give me the path, the accountability, and the guidance that I need to actually get to where I want to go, and to kind of cut down on the time that it takes to get there, right? So those are the 3 C's: community, consistency, coaching. And another question that I was on a client call today, and it really struck me. And I just encourage you to take a moment to kind of sit with it. You know, when we're kids, or little kids, they're irritatingly always asking why. But why? 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 You're just just because I said so, okay? But we need to take that childlike perspective and ask ourselves why. Really ask yourself, especially when it comes to weight loss, especially when it comes to a particular number on a scale. I really encourage you, because if you didn't know, no one cares what you weigh. Just so. No one's going around and being 153. Yep, I know she's 153. There's no way she's 151. No. She is 153. No one cares. All right, so I want to ask you, if you're stuck on the scale, and it could be a financial goal, right? If you're stuck at a certain number, whatever it is, whatever metric you're using, and you're feeling really fixated on it, my question to you is, why? And it's not that it's bad to have certain goals. I'm not saying that. My question to you, though, is why is it important? Why? What will you get from having that money? What will you get from losing the weight? Because at the end of the day, it's about how we want to feel, right? At the end of the day, I know my financial goals, they're really it's really more important because I want to feel financial freedom. I want to feel free. That's it, right? I want to feel free. I want to feel light, and that I can have autonomy, and that I can just do what it is that I want without this burden of whatever. And and if it's for you in the scale or losing weight, why? Why is losing weight important to you? And is it really about the weight? Or what is it that you want to feel? And really think about this, because our brains only work in vision, they work in pictures, right? So really take a moment and really visualize, what do you get if you lose the weight? What does that make you feel? And a lot of times I think that most of us just want to feel healthy, but that's so vague. What does health look like? For me, personally, being healthy means that I wake up every morning excited. I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, peeps. And I never snooze, ever. I wake up and I'm ready to go, and I'm excited for the day. And health to me means I have sustainable energy throughout the entire day. That 2, 3 p.m. comes around and I'm still ready. I'm still going. I'm gearing up. I've got energy. I'm still loving life. Health to me means that I can do pull-ups whenever I want. Health to me means I had a client, this was awesome. A big win for her this weekend was she was able to help friends move. She was picking up big, heavy boxes. No one was helping her. She's taking up and down the stairs, and she's not out of breath. And she feels awesome. She has tons of energy, and she wasn't sore the day after, you know? Health could mean that you have the energy to show up and be with your kids. Health could mean that you have the energy to go and be with your significant other and hike or do things or, you know? And there's another question. Sorry, I'm full of whatever. You get off the cuff. Another question for you that I had asked another client earlier. A lot of client calls this week. Anyway, here's another question. And I really genuinely, I would love it. I would love it if you would comment down below. Really think on it. If you're laying in your deathbed, it's the end of your life. Because by the way, death is inevitable. It's coming. But because of death, life has more meaning. Right? So, you're in your deathbed, end of your life. What would you regret? What would you regret most? Not doing, not trying, not learning, not experiencing? What would you regret? And you can take that to the point so I know some people feel uncomfortable, say, in a bathing suit. But here's the question. Are you going to regret maybe having an afternoon, maybe feeling a little bit uncomfortable with yourself? Or would you regret not swimming and experiencing that time with your children? Would you regret missing out on experiences at the beach with friends because you didn't feel good about yourself? Or it could be skills. It could be would you regret not learning a language, not learning how to play piano, not being the healthiest version of yourself, not going on that trip, not having that food, not whatever? Really think about it. Lots of questions. Sorry. So those are the big ones that I ask you, and I'll remind you about them again. Ready? Number 1, what would you regret not doing? Not doing. Number 2, why is whatever you want, why is that important to you? Why? And number 3, if it really is important to you, and it really matters, and you don't know how to get there, who do you know that has already gotten there? Who do you know, if it's a better relationship, if it's a better marriage, who do you know who has a rockin' marriage? Who's really connected? If it's you want to have a better business, who do you know that is rocking at business and doing the things that you want to do? If it's your body, and having your health on track and having sustainable energy and feeling really good in your own skin and feeling confident and taking on the world because you're no longer obsessing about calories or a number on a scale, but just being your best self and showing up. And if that's you, I can help you with that. No, or anybody. Seriously, find a who who resonates with you. Find a coach who resonates with you. Find a music teacher if you want to learn music. Find a Spanish teacher if you want to learn Spanish. Who? Who do you know that can help you get there? And why is it important to you? Because when you have a big why, that gut why, when something's really important to you and you actually do it, it feels so good. Okay. I know I'm rambling, and I don't want these to get too long because I'm sure if there's too long, people won't even watch. But anyway, love you guys so much. I would love it. Comment down below. What would you regret if you didn't do it? I'm just, this stuff, that's the stuff that makes me on fire. And it would give me ideas for my bucket list as well. So anyway, love you guys. Have an amazing day. If you are interested in learning more about my program and just getting through that whatever, if you need a who to help you figure out how to make peace with food in your body, go to www.workwithkelsey.com. And otherwise, have a lovely evening. Mwah!